WMNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
2 children killed, 17 people injured in a shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic school. And it's our top story at 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer.
And I'm Jorma Duran. Authorities say a man fired shots through the windows of a Catholic school church in Minneapolis, Minnesota during a mass this morning, killing 2 kids and injuring 17 others.
Following news of the mass shooting, 6 News spoke with leaders from the Catholic community in Lansing who say they were appalled at what happened this morning.
Zach Prees is here for you now live with more on the steps they've taken to keep students safe. Zach.
Siobhan, Jorma, I spoke with the Diocese of Lansing about what local Catholic schools are doing to make sure that that same type of tragedy won't happen here in Lansing. They want families to know that their focus is on safety.
If you go to a school, you will see an increased use of security personnel and the latest technologies in terms of security measures to ensure that parents, families who send their children to a Catholic school can be assured that it is a place where children will grow to be saints and scholars, but in the safest of environments.
David Kerr, the Director of Communications at the Diocese of Lansing, says he's been praying for the victims of the school shootings in Minneapolis and for their families. He added that the safety of students is non-negotiable, and in recent years, Catholic schools have taken significant steps to keep children safe.
Protocols and procedures that are in place in schools across the diocese are at the highest of standards. That has seen our schools work very closely with local law enforcement and with the state of Michigan, especially in terms of funding.
The diocese wants families to be at ease, saying the latest security methods are in place to keep their learners safe, allowing them to focus on school. And Kerr was unable to go into specific details regarding school security for safety reasons, but added that local Catholic schools are never complacent, always hoping to become safer places of learning. Siobhan, Jorma.
Zach, thank you very much. A Jackson County man has now been charged with second-degree murder in the death of 17-year-old Tayshawn Bart Kowak. The shooting happened on June 4th in Blackman Township. When officers arrived, they found Bart Kowak unresponsive but breathing with a gunshot to the head. He was taken to the hospital where he died later that month. Authorities initially arrested 22-year-old Julian Powell on charges related to the shooting, but now that Bart Kowak died, prosecutors have now charged Powell with second-degree murder.
The budget battle lines are now clearly drawn at the state capitol after House Republicans uncorked a proposed budget that is about $5 billion less than the one proposed by the governor last February.
Our Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic is here for you now with a deep dive into what Republicans claim was waste, fraud, and abuse in the current state budget.
When you heard the words cut, cut, cut under the state dome this week, it was not some Hollywood director ending a movie scene. Rather, it was the House Republican Speaker calling for $5 billion in cuts to the state budget, drawing immediate criticism from virtually every group in town that the GOP targeted. For example, there's a proposed 47% slice out of the state labor department, a 53% cut to the state civil rights department. Michigan hospitals and others were targeted for a 13% reduction, which the head of the Hospital Association quickly labeled, quote, disastrous. For local governments, county, townships, and cities, revenue sharing, a 12% slice. The governor wanted to begin the conversion of the state fleet of cars to EVs. House Republicans said no thanks and eliminated that. And there would be no trooper layoffs under a proposed 7% cut to the Michigan State Police. However, one key Republican confessed that that reduction was in part due to the alleged, quote, serious leadership failures of the MSP director, Colonel James Grady II. Oakland County Republican Matt Maddock orchestrated all of the WFA slicing and dicing. That's alleged waste, fraud, and abuse.
Everyone said there is absolutely no waste in this budget. The fraud, waste, and abuse is rampant in government. Everyone knows that. And I am ecstatic to say that we've come to you, Michigan taxpayers and workers, cutting over $5 billion worth of fraud, waste, and abuse in our government.
The Senate Democratic leader, Winnie Brinks, meanwhile, expressed hope that now some serious budget give and take can occur, but, quote, the games and distractions need to end. House Democrat Julie Brixey says the good news here in all these cuts is that now some serious talks can begin.
I'll be voting no on it, but at least we can begin the actual negotiation process where we set up a conference committee and the House and Senate work together to come up with a budget for the state of Michigan.
Lawmakers are working against an October 1st deadline to get all of these cuts, or maybe some of them, in place and a full budget by that deadline. Here for you in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.
The Pennsylvania Bridge in Lansing, otherwise known as Big Penny, has quite the reputation.
Yes, she's known for her truck munching, trapping semis and box trucks that are too tall to pass through her lower than average clearance height.
Well, today the community is celebrating her 100th truck munch since 2004 with a party in the city's Old Town.
Yes, and that's where we find our Rachel Ramsey. So Rachel, how are people celebrating Big Penny today?
Well, Siobhan, Jorma, the party just got started and dozens have already showed up. You can find all things Big Penny here at Ozone's Brew House. We have Big Penny stickers and even a 3D printed version of the bridge, the 100 Trucks Munched edition. There's going to be Big Penny trivia, food, drinks. There's also a local artist here who's painting Big Penny that will be auctioned off later. And organizers say proceeds from that will go to charity. Now, Big Penny first started really making a name for herself last year after the organization Stupid Lansing put googly eyes and teeth on her, solidifying her status as a truck munching beast. Standard semis and box trucks are usually 13 feet tall, but Big Penny is 12 feet tall. And with all of the construction happening in the city, detours will take these trucks through the area. And despite many warnings, before the drivers know it, they're being munched by Miss Penny herself. The bridge even has a song about her made by the band Deer and Elk, who will be playing live in about an hour from now. I spoke with one of the members who says it's been awesome to see Big Penny bringing people together.
It's taking what is potentially a really negative aspect of Lansing and turning it into something fun. Any way we can promote community and get people smiling is just, it's fantastic. We play a lot of old truck driving music from the 60s and 70s, and we were just like, this is perfect for writing a truck driving song.
We will have that song and much more from the Big Penny party tonight on 6 News at 11. This celebration runs until 9 p.m., so I'm going to go talk to some Big Penny fans and see what they love about this truck-eating icon. Here for you live in Lansing, Rachel Ramsey, 6 News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, I'm suddenly hungry now. Can't imagine why. Thanks, Big Penny. But weather-wise, out driving through Big Penny or wherever you are in the Lansing area, it has been looking good today. A check of our Picks on 6 pick of the day from Michael in Lansing, capturing a beautiful evening shot by the Lugnuts looking towards downtown in the evening. And these are the kind of images we cherish as we head into November, December, and January once the cold stuff arrives, because that was a beautiful shot on a beautiful evening. Upload your weather photos at our website, WLNS.com/share, and might show up right here on 6 News at 6. Game day forecast. Can you believe it? We're talking football already, but here it is for the Spartans Friday evening. If you're out a little early, mostly sunny, temperatures falling through the 60s. It will be in the 50s through the game, though, so it's going to be a bit on the cool side, maybe light jacket or just pullover kind of evening, but otherwise no precipitation is expected. Temperatures out there this afternoon, we're sitting in the low to the mid 70s. It is feeling fantastic because dew points are so low. And this is what makes it feel so crisp in the air in the morning hours. Dew point of 43 in Lansing, 48 in Jackson. Remember, dew points, once you get above 60, it starts to feel sticky outside, so we are a long ways from that. Skyview Network on the McLaren Cam, 74 the current temp. Light winds from the west-northwest. We haven't seen a tremendous amount of wind out there today as well. In Grand Ledge, some high thin clouds outside. Otherwise, mostly sunny, 73 the current temperature. Humidity at 49%. This evening in Jackson, still a few cumulus in the area, but no precipitation from those. 72 our current temp. Southwest winds this evening at 9 miles per hour. Finally in Hillsdale, still mostly sunny, although again, few cumulus clouds showing up. 71 is our current temp, and the humidity, that's at 53%, and not much in the way of wind across our southern areas as well. We've got rainfall to the north. That is another strong cold front that's going to be on the way tonight and into tomorrow morning. It'll probably have some showers with it as we head towards 7, 8, 9 o'clock during the mid-morning hours. And then just as quickly, it'll start to move out in the afternoon. So that for the Friday night football crowd, which is taking place on Thursday this week, obviously, it's looking good with dry conditions out there. I think in terms of temperatures, probably be in the 60s through most of the games. By Friday morning, we'll see high pressure building in. It is right overhead, leading to lots of sunshine to finish out the work week. Tonight's forecast, 55 the overnight low as clouds begin to move in. Morning through midday rain, and that moves out tomorrow afternoon with high temperatures close to 70 degrees. The 6-day forecast weekend looks great. Highs in the 70s, Labor Day 80 and sunshine. Clouds will increase Tuesday with some showers on Wednesday. Next weekend looks good as well. So we go from the 70s to near 80 by Sunday.
Way to deliver, David.
Hey,
you know?
I do what I can.
Yeah.
You know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate that.
I'm waiting for the punchline. Something's coming.
No, just, you're wonderful.
All right.
Done. Thanks.
Write that down.
I know, right? Coming up, the Student Restroom Privacy Act could be headed to the Michigan House floor.
The latest coming up next on 6 News at 6.